All major Tesla factories side-by-side construction for the month of November. Yes, it's December, and let's do this. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla Weekend. Do want to say a quick thanks to newest patrons, Mark, Regilio, Jonathan, welcome back, and Javier. These are the people who make it possible to actually go to these places, do these things, meet these people, and know what I'm talking about. Your support means the world to me. You can do it on X as a subscriber, on YouTube as a channel member, and on Patreon as a patron. Thank you guys so much. So let's get started. In Fremont, there's a new 4680 facility. Yeah, it's there, but it has not yet been commissioned. There's also at the factory itself, on the main site, there's a new tent that has been put up by the rail yard. And the footings we've been watching over by the casting area have not happened. I mean, the footings are done, but they've paved over it and they're using it for temporary parking. We're not sure what that's about. And if you get a chance, please go give some love to Met God in Wilderness. He's out there all the time doing this just for our benefit. Thank you so much. In Nevada, Zangler out there saw the drain trenching is complete for the parking lot rework, and there's some new flight restrictions, so he can't show us everything, but what we can do is show him some love. Check out Zangler. Links in the description. And in Shanghai, there's been new Model 3s out at the CATL factory that Wuwa spotted. That's pretty interesting. Are they working on new LFPs for them? Maybe so. The south of the site, there's been canal work going on. Looks like they're putting in a new bridge maybe for access to the south end of the factory. You'll notice the footage is quite distant, and that's because they're very hostile to drone pilots. I guess both in Fremont and Nevada. I guess Nevada and Shanghai. It's unfortunate that the best way to get investor information is facing obstacles, but if Wuwa gets any closer, they will absolutely shut down his drone and crash it, because that's what they do. Show him some love too. Show Wuwa the love. He does great work. In Berlin, the second recycling building of the three is now in use. The third one is almost complete. The new fire station at the north central of the site is active, and there's a big clearing here. It's kind of hard to see some of the footage on account of the snow, but the clearing is being graded, getting a final grade. They're putting in some driveway with curbs. That's something we'll keep an eye on. In the southeast, by the train tracks there, they've gotten a lot of landscaping done that you can't see beneath the snow. Apologies for the weather. They've added topsoil, and they're working on that. The supercharger is not quite open in the parking lot, but you can see tons of employee level 2 parking. And the bicycle shelter, there's a new bicycle shelter. It's done. It's great. The bridge approach on the west side has pavement. The bridge approach on the east side is getting filled with dirt. This bridge is likely going to be done and open within, I would say, the next month, but it's a government project, so who knows. The off-ramp paving, I can't quite see it, but has been done, and the off-ramp has been partially paved, and it has guardrails. The entryway has really cool lighting they've put in. The whole entry is looking real sharp, so that's great. Got a little Christmas market there. Show some love to Tobias. He does great work. We can't do this without them. In Texas, the staining advances north. There's only a little section left at the northeast corner that has not yet been done, and they're working on it now. The stamping rooftop now has ducted vents, and they're putting some more stuff there. We've been asked, why hasn't the solar commenced? Why isn't it finished? And the answer is they got to finish cutting holes before they can put all that in. Otherwise, they'll have to move the solar. Proper steps in proper order is the name of that game. The concrete apron has continued. They've expanded it a little bit. And there are, getting down to the south, way more footings down there. The south end has steel. It's got a big steel structure that's up, and they've even put floor decking in. They've even put some glass at that southeast corner. Pretty unusual order in which to add things, but not too surprising from Tesla, considering they also put the window in the Cybertruck before it's done, which is unusual. But yes, a lot more. The south wall has been closed, and there's a lot more footings and perimeter grade beam going in down there. You can see this area shaping up nicely. There's been new drainage done over by where the parking structure will go. And, oh wait, there is now a parking structure, 7 stories of it. If you include the ground floor, it's going to be big upon completion, which will free up a lot of the space around the site for more employee parking or just other things. Who knows? Maybe they'll put a building where the parking lot is now. That wouldn't surprise me. The parking area also has manifolds east from the retention area for a retention pond and an outfall channel. At the far northeast of the site, where the cathode building, dye shop, and other things are, we can see that there's manifolds east leading out into the retention for the outfall, and there's asphalt at the test and recycling lab, and there's grading farther to the north. Yes, they're still moving farther to the north. The dye shop and cathode building has quite a bit of more pavement in between them and around them, and they've done some more drainage work in that area. The old switchyard has been de-energized, so I guess the new one is running, and the Megapack, while not yet operational, is very close and should be energized soon. They're waiting for something from ERCOT, the local power authority, the Texas Power Group. In the far west, on the other side of the highway, they've put in quite a bit of asphalt, quite a bit of roads. They've done quite a bit more trenching, and there's more conduit going down in the parking area. And the end-of-line building is done. This is where cars go out for the final inspection and any touch-ups that are needed. And they're adding over 90 superchargers here. Awesome drone work by Joe Tegmeyer. Check him out. Give him some love too, because he is out there all the time putting in the hours to get us this information. It's 90 some odd, 96, 97. He has said in his video, go check it out. And even farther to the west, they are still grading. It looks about done. They're putting some gravel down. And even farther to the west, on the other side of Farm to Market 973, they're starting to grade over there. And widening on Farm to Market 973 has continued. So, yeah, show Joe some love. In Mexico, Adrian CG has said that permits have been granted and that the overpass location connecting the two parts of the Tesla property has been identified. So that's all great. Show him some love too. He does great work. And in Corpus Christi, thanks again to Joe here, we've got a lot more trailers. We've got an extra small tent next to the big one, and the land appears more graded. Lots of extra earth, and their detention ponds are already in use. They've finished up the well system for rainwater and runoff, and they've been using that for dust control around the site during construction. There's more steel around the main structure and more foundations going in next to it. So tons of foundation work next to that. It's going along real quick, and it's looking so good. A lot of steel on the first buildings, including catwalks. Corpus Christi, lithium refinery, moving along nicely. Yeah, so what did I miss? What did I misunderstand? Leave it. Leave it in them comments below. For everybody else, like, subscribe, do the usual things, and stay tuned, stay juicy. And I can't wait to hear from you, clever robots, on my next big adventure. Turns out I may be going to CES next month. It would be my first time there. I'm waiting to hear back on my press passes, but that should be something they'll do, right? We'll find out soon enough. Oh, I just want to say a huge, huge thanks to all you guys for making all of these adventures possible. It's tough, but I love doing it. Yeah.